My beloved child, listen closely, for your presence here, in this exact moment, was decided long before you took your first breath. I have drawn you to this video, to these very words, not by accident, but with a fierce and loving intention, because there is a revelation you desperately need right now. This is the moment that shifts your life from the gray fog of uncertainty into the bright light of clarity. Do not treat this as just another video to watch or information to collect. What you are about to receive is a key meant to unlock something that has been asleep inside you for far too long. Even right now, as you listen, you can sense a stirring in your chest. A feeling that what you have been craving, that deep sense of peace and direction, is finally within your reach. I urge you, do not click away. Do not dismiss this as just another fleeting thought. If you feel this pulling on your heart already, pause and declare it by typing, "I'm listening," or "This is for me," so your own words agree with what your spirit is sensing. In a world that is screaming for your attention, trying to pull you into fear and distraction, my voice is calling out to you softly but clearly, rising above the noise, to give you a way through the confusion. Bring your full self into this moment, little one. Ready your heart. I want you to imagine, just for this breath, that what you are hearing is the direct answer to those silent questions you have carried with you into the lonely hours of the night. The prayers you whispered through tears when you thought no one was listening. You are not forgotten. My hand is reaching out to you right now, not to scold you for your mistakes and not to condemn you for your doubts, but to hold you and to awaken the courage that has always been yours. If you have been battling feelings of being invisible, misunderstood, or carrying a heavy dream that the world told you was impossible, understand that this moment is set apart just for you. This window is open, but it is narrow, and its value is immeasurable. What I am whispering to your spirit now holds an urgency and a deep compassion that cannot be delayed. Do not let this slip by. Stay with me until the end, and if these words touch you, save this message so you can return to it whenever your heart starts to forget. I want you to let the doubts that are rising in your mind come into the light, the voices that say, "What if I am not enough? What if I fail again? What if change is too hard?" Hear me now. You do not walk this path alone. Where uncertainty surrounds you like a storm, I am present as your anchor, steady and unwavering. Even now, as your heart might be racing with anticipation, or perhaps a little fear, feel the gentle weight of my hand on your shoulder, grounding you. Let the warmth of my presence quiet your racing thoughts. Breathe deeply. The world is slowing down for you in this moment so that you can finally receive my light. To ignore this is to walk away from what could be the defining turning point of your story. You are being called, not by chance, but by a clear intention that stretches far beyond the surface of your daily routine. This is for you. You who thirst for more. You who are willing to move beyond what has always been comfortable. If you sense that, whisper it in the comments. I choose more. And let this be the moment you step out of silence and into agreement with your calling. This truth is a summons to step forward into a purpose uniquely prepared for you. There have been times when uncertainty left you restless, tossing and turning, wondering if you were on the right path. But now I am opening a new way. You are standing on the edge of a revelation, and I am asking you to choose with your whole being to receive what I am unfolding. Even if your mind feels hesitant, let your heart stretch toward hope. Soften your defenses, for what is coming will require your honest presence and your readiness for transformation. You do not need to fear being tested or stretched beyond what you can carry. As you walk further into this message, you will see that every pressure, every doubt, every obstacle you faced was actually a quiet preparation for this very hour. Even those challenges you once wished away, the misunderstandings, the disappointments, the seasons of waiting, each of them has forged a strength that is now growing inside you. Kindly show your support for our community by contributing super thanks from $50 to $100. Picture for a moment the countless individuals before you who have stood at this same crossroads, terrified yet trusting a path lit only by light, and who broke through walls of resistance. Their courage is now mirrored in you. You are not expected to walk in perfect knowledge. I only ask for your faithful willingness. You may sense forces working against your peace, agents of confusion or distraction, striving to keep you stuck in old stories and smallness. They are real, but their strength pales in comparison to the radiance of truth I am kindling within you right now. This is not a battle won by force or cleverness, but by clarity and trust. You are being equipped to pierce through the deception, not by striving outwardly, but by letting your inner courage emerge. If you feel tempted to slip back into familiar doubts, recognize it as the final tremor before the breakthrough. Within every difficult moment, every night spent wrestling with what could have been, every day colored by longing, know that a deeper order was quietly at work. My love arranges each detail of your life, not with haste or randomness, but with precise care for your becoming. If someone you love also needs this reminder, share this message with them now. Let them stand at this crossroads with you, rather than walking in their confusion alone. Right now, an inner strength is gathering its full power in you, waiting to step softly but decisively into the open. That power is not a fleeting inspiration. It is sustained hope. It is the growing awareness that nothing in your journey has been wasted. Feel the pace of your breath settling as you remember that my presence is unceasing. Every circumstance is now aligning, sometimes imperceptibly, for your good. This process may still leave you with questions or moments of uncertainty, but keep your heart open. I am near. I am patient. I am unhurried. And I am working all things together for the largest good, yours included. When anxiety stirs, pause. Place your hand on your heart. Whisper a word of thanks. Gratitude is the small act that brings peace into your day, opening space for even greater clarity. This is not merely the announcement of a new season. It is a door, wide and bright, opening before you. A summons to leave behind faded dreams and the limits others have placed on you. Know that stepping across this threshold will require courage. You may be called to release familiar comforts and assumptions that have defined your sense of safety until now. Remember that boldness is not the absence of fear, but the willingness to move with hope, even when the outcome is unseen. Let your mind roam gently over the ways you have already grown. Look at how patience, even in seasons that felt barren and dry, became the soil for compassion. Look at how disappointments shaped resilience and gave you a keener sense of what truly matters. You walk not as one abandoned or overlooked, but as a spirit chosen for deeper awakening. I am not asking you to become someone else. I am asking you to finally become who you have always deeply been. Because of this, the coming shift will not only influence your decisions, but will change your sense of identity, your place in the world, your connection with those you love, and the direction of your hope. This is your invitation. Step forward in trust and in the assurance that I am with you, guiding your every step, even when the journey asks you to believe beyond what you can see. The transformation has already begun. There is a strength I have already placed within you, a quiet perseverance that may seem hidden but is very real. Let my presence fill the space around you as the morning breaks open, light gently touching your face. I am in this moment, not waiting at some distant future achievement, but right here as you consider what weighs on your mind. Even the aches you don't tell anyone about, I know them, and I do not turn away. My child, when you lift your thoughts toward me, even as a quick sigh or a silent word before another day begins, you invite the warmth of my nearness. Breathe slowly, feel the stillness I offer, and notice that you are not alone in your anticipation or your hesitation. Some mornings feel heavy, as if your plans are just beyond reach and you are uncertain how to begin. In that uncertainty, I am not disappointed in you. I understand your need to pause, to steady your heart before you move. Every longing, every doubt, every what if that curls around your mind is seen by me with compassion, not judgment. I treasure your willingness to come to me honestly, even if your honesty sounds like quiet frustration or silent tears. You are never invisible to me. In fact, your vulnerability draws me closer, for I am already at work in the places within you that feel unfinished. Deep within you is a longing for significance, a haunting question of whether your presence in the world really impacts anything. I want you to know that every gentle deed, every word spoken in kindness, and even the acts of bravery that no one sees matter deeply to me. The seemingly unnoticed is never wasted in my hands. Each morning holds small seeds of purpose, and though some go unseen by the world, I water them with care. If these words are watering something in you, let it take root by commenting one word that describes what you need most right now. Peace, clarity, courage. Let that word become your prayer. I steady your trembling hands and give form to your days, for I am not just watching but actively guiding your steps, even the ordinary ones. As you step forward, allow yourself to rest in the certainty that I walk beside you, not only at your best, but especially in your faltering. The world may expect you to have it all together, but I am not deterred by your weakness. In your moments of surrender, when you let out the burdens that you cannot carry alone, I lift you. It is in the release, in the letting go, that my strength becomes a shield around you, and my hand upholds you. If your heart beats with anxiety, let it settle for a moment in my peace. Set your palm over your heart and notice its gentle rhythm, a quiet assurance that I am sustaining you. Family and friendships sometimes bring both deep joy and real ache. Where relationships strain, where love seems complicated, or forgiveness feels impossible, I am the gentle voice that softens what was once hard. I see those you worry over, those you long to protect or heal. Bring their names to me in the silence of your thoughts right now, and know that my care is far-reaching, greater than your own. For those you cannot carry yourself, I carry fully. When you feel powerless to change things, you are invited to trust that my timing is never late. I am always moving for the good of those you love. Do not despise small beginnings or routine days, for they are not beneath my notice. Even what feels monotonous to you is another chapter in your story with me, a story that is sacred even in its routine. Whisper your gratitude, even if it is just for a simple sunrise or for the breath that fills your lungs. In giving thanks, your vision opens to see my handiwork in places you had overlooked. Gratitude does not deny hardship. Rather, it amplifies the gifts that are truly present. When your mind races ahead to tomorrow, pause to inhale now. In this breath, I am gifting you new mercy. Sometimes the burdens you hold seem to pile up, outnumbering your capacity to manage or control their outcomes. I have not asked you to carry more than your soul was shaped to hold. When you feel the pressure to keep everything together, remember, you can lay these at my feet, one by one, as if setting stones you've been holding for too long beside a river whose current is my love. With every gentle release, my rest washes over the deepest parts of you. This surrender is not weakness. It is a great inner strength born from trust. You wonder whether you are making the right decisions or if you've missed my path entirely by missteps or inaction. Let go of the idea that you must map everything perfectly. I am the one who makes all things work together for good. Even your mistakes, even your detours. My guidance comes not as harsh demands, but as steady invitations. A prompting in your spirit, an unexpected peace, an open door that makes way for joy. Keep listening. Keep stepping, even if you only know the way for the next moment. When fear rises like a tide, remember that I walk on the waters of your uncertainty. I know the times you feel left behind, overlooked, or misunderstood. These are not measures of your worth to me. I see the fullness of your identity, and in my eyes, you are chosen and cherished. The opinions that swirl around you cannot define what I have spoken over your life. My word is the foundation underneath you. Your destiny is secure in my keeping, guarded not by your own efforts, but by my faithfulness. Rest in this truth as you move through the day. Your belonging is not fragile. Your hope is not wasted. Every day brings reasons to worry about what's next, who you're becoming, or if you'll find your way. Through every question, I am already at work in the unfolding. Trust me with your future, little one. My plans never falter in their goodness toward you. Even when the road bends and your sight is limited, I am already waiting with open arms and enough light for the very next step. Kindly show your support for our community by contributing super thanks from $50 to $100. Let my presence be your confidence, your silent courage, and your quiet joy. Keep your heart open to me, for I am leading you on a path lined with care, hope, and relentless love. Beloved, do not mistake the gentleness of this moment as something insignificant. When you inhale quietly before the demands of the day press in, that is me, right beside you. I am inviting you to become aware, right now, that my nearness is not just a phrase. I am here, watching where your thoughts drift, where your heart wanders when no one is looking. As the sun breaks through your window and you wrap your hands around a cup of warmth, know that I am sheltering you in my affection. You may wonder if your small beginnings matter, if your whispered prayers reach beyond the ceiling. They do, because I am listening, even when you doubt. You turn over possibilities in your mind, decisions to make, burdens you haven't even spoken aloud. I see you weighing the reactions of others before choosing your next step. My presence is not conditional. Even in your hesitation or hidden anxiety, I am holding your hand. When you feel the tremor of uncertainty, pause for a moment and notice how the atmosphere softens. That comfort is not empty. My spirit surrounds you, ready to steady nerves and quiet the noise threatening your peace. I urge you not to race ahead in your own strength, but to trust my invisible guidance. You have felt the pressure of comparison. You see what others have accomplished, the milestones celebrated while you silently measure your progress. But I remind you now, your journey is unique and sacred to me. Take your eyes off the timelines and expectations set by others. Instead, breathe in my acceptance. That deep contentment you crave comes when you remember who you are to me, not who you feel you ought to become. I have carved a place for you and my purposes. There is room for your gifts, your pace, your story. At times, fear will try to disguise itself as responsibility. You may find yourself gripping tightly to control, feeling that if you let go, everything might unravel. In these moments, surrender does not mean failure. It is an act of courage to release what you cannot manage and invite me into the unknown. The relief you seek cannot be manufactured by busyness. Listen for that invitation to lay down your what-ifs. Feel the peace finding its way into your chest. Let it linger as a promise that I hold your future. I see how you quietly cover your loved ones in prayer, how you hope for restoration and harmony within your family. You carry these hopes, sometimes feeling their weight pressing on your own chest. Let my assurance soften your striving. While you cannot control every outcome, know that I am already moving in the unseen, watering every seed of love you have planted. I strengthen your heart to believe that my timing is not arbitrary. It is intricately attentive to both your story and to those you cherish. Notice the rhythm of your life today, the small routines, the familiar paths you travel. Allow me to meet you in those ordinary places. When you are tempted to rush past the present for the sake of tomorrow's goals, remember that sacred ground exists right where you stand. The morning air, the sound of your own voice lifted even in brief gratitude. These are reminders that I celebrate your every breath. Every act of trust, however quiet, fans to life the hope I have placed within you. Some days, you fear that your pain might go unnoticed. Maybe you question if I see the tears you do not show. The truth is, I collect each sorrow and draw near to your broken heart. My compassion is not reserved for tidy emotions. Come to me as you are. You have my permission to be gently honest, for I am unoffended by your imperfection. Even your doubts are safe in my presence. And in time, I will exchange your heaviness for a peace that can't be shaken. When you think about the future, anxiety may try to take residence. Dreams deferred, doors closed, opportunities missed. They can echo louder than hope if you let them. But I am the one creating possibility from impossibility. Every closed door is not rejection, but protection and realignment. I remain the keeper of your destiny. When you surrender your plans into my hands, you are not casting them away, but entrusting them to a love wiser and more patient than your own. As you go forth into today's unfolding story, hold on to the assurance that your identity does not waver with shifting circumstances. You are not defined by your setbacks or applauded only for your triumphs. My approval rests on you because you are mine, chosen and wholly seen. Each time you remember my delight in you, anxiety loses its grip and you stand a little taller. The world's standards will shift, but my affection for you is unwavering. You may wonder how to stay anchored when others around you don't seem to understand your journey. At times, you'll feel misunderstood or overlooked. Beloved, I promise you are never invisible to me. In every moment where you walk alone, I walk with you. When encouragement is scarce, draw strength from the knowledge that heaven itself cheers you on. My whisper sustains you. There is more for you than what is seen. Even when your hands ache from sowing in quiet places, know that I am nurturing a harvest in due season. The journey ahead is not meant to be undertaken in isolation. I have placed people along your path who reflect my care, if you are open to receiving it. Notice the kindness that brushes against you, the smiles, the timely encouragement from those who may not even know they are answering your silent prayers. These gentle moments are my provision. Let them shore up your hope and remind you that, with every sunrise, I renew my promise to guide and fortify you. While fatigue may try to settle in your bones, let this be the hour you choose to receive my rest. Do not confuse rest with resignation. It is a holy pause, a space where I refill what the day empties out. Pause with me, inhaling peace, exhaling every unspoken worry. In this pause, your spirit grows quiet enough to recognize my direction. Sometimes gentle, sometimes surprising, always loving. Even in stillness, I am advocating for you in ways you cannot see, preparing the ground for good things you have not yet imagined. There is a longing within you that you have struggled to name, a gentle ache that rises each time the world falls silent. I see how you search the faces around you, seeking the reflection of something deeper, hoping for a sense of belonging that goes beyond words or circumstance. My beloved, this hunger is not a flaw nor a sign of weakness. It is the echo of my design within your soul, crafted to draw you back to me again and again. Even when you question your place, when you wonder if your story matters, I am whispering within those restless moments, calling you closer to the heart that made you. Pause for a breath and notice the soft warmth just beneath your ribs. That is the trace of my hand, reminding you that you are not walking blindly, that you are heading toward something more. There are times when fear presses in, convincing you that surrender is the same as defeat. That opening your heart is an invitation to disappointment all over again. I know how you hedge your hopes, how you ration your trust to protect what is most fragile inside you. But hear me now, what you call fear, I see as holy territory. A threshold where my strength meets your frailty, where my courage can infuse your trembling faith. You do not need to leap in confidence. Bringing the smallest fragment of willingness is enough for me to work wonders. As you place your hand on your heart, feel the steadiness I am offering, the gentle courage that flickers even while doubt stirs. There is something I wish to teach you about waiting, about how hope is not the absence of uncertainty, but the decision to believe that I am good, even when the way is unsure. You might be wrestling with the suspicion that I am silent, that my silence means absence or withdrawal. Nothing could be further from the truth. My silence is not abandonment. It is the hush before breakthrough. I am closer than the breath you're taking right now, attentive to every unspoken prayer, gathering each tear and question with patience that never runs dry. Kindly show your support for our community by contributing super thanks from $50 to $100. Consider the moments when joy seems distant, a memory more than a companion. I know the heaviness that lingers in the quiet, the way heaviness can settle over even the brightest days. Do not mistake the struggle for failure. My presence is not measured by your mood. In fact, I am moving most powerfully when you feel least aware. Often, breakthroughs arrive in silence, and peace is born from surrender rather than striving. Breathe slowly now. Let your shoulders relax. Allow yourself to receive the compassion I am pouring over you. You are wrapped in my protection, shielded from storms that would have undone you if not for my hand. Even now I am fortifying you for what lies ahead and wrapping you in a peace that defies reason. You have asked, will it always be this hard? Will my story forever be shadowed by struggle and delay? I hear those questions. I hold space for your disappointment and exhaustion. What you see as a detour, I am using as preparation, transforming weakness into wisdom, so that when doors open, you will enter with courage, not just relief. Do not despise small beginnings. The seeds I plant in obscurity are often the ones that will bear the richest fruit. And you are in a season of hidden growth just beneath the surface. There is much I am doing that you cannot yet perceive. Soon you will sense an unexpected shift. A fresh clarity will rise within you, and you'll understand that all your waiting has not been wasted. Sometimes it feels like the world has moved forward without you, that others are chosen while you are overlooked. My precious one, comparison dims the light I placed uniquely in you. You were never meant to fit someone else's shape. You are not an afterthought or a backup plan. I fashioned you with intention. Every detail of your being reflects a purpose that cannot be replaced or duplicated. When you question your significance, remember, I marked you as my own before time began. There is not a moment I have missed, not a tear I have ignored. This is the truth that will set you free from striving. The world's standards can never define your worth. Only my love can. Right now, notice the air entering your lungs. Feel the steady rhythm of your heartbeat. Each breath is a gift, a reminder that you are held in the arms of a God who never slumbers, who guards your becoming at all costs. Do not hurry away from this moment. Let my peace settle over you like gentle rain, quieting your heart and cleansing the lies that have long weighed you down. You are chosen, not for what you can produce, but simply because you are mine. That is the starting point and the ending promise. You may sense resistance rising, a part of you that wonders if all this reassurance is real or just an echo of wishful thinking. I welcome your skepticism, for even doubts are bridges if you will hand them to me. Now is not the time to retreat into old patterns or rehearse old wounds. Instead, dare to let the truth of my presence disturb your routine, inviting a deeper encounter. If tears rise, do not hold them back. If anger or apathy emerges, bring that into the light with me. There is no emotion you must hide or filter. My love is strong enough to hold it all. Your vulnerability draws me ever closer. Soon you will recognize my fingerprints on moments you thought were ordinary. An encouraging word from a stranger, a sudden sense of comfort when you expected loneliness, the way hope flares up unexpectedly on a day you had given up. These signs are not random. You'll know it's me because peace will come when chaos should reign, and assurance will root in places once ruled by anxiety. This week, anticipate at least one unmistakable encounter with my kindness. I am already arranging it. Breathe. Rest. Let your heart open once more. For there is no limit to what I can do when you surrender control. You are not static, not defined by the hardest chapters of your journey. I am rewriting your identity with each act of trust, each honest prayer, each choice to step out of fear's shadow. Where you once felt unworthy, I am infusing fresh dignity. Where you hid in shame, I am crowning you with purpose. Repeat after me. Even if your voice wavers, I am loved. I am chosen. I am never abandoned. My promises over you are established, and I am not finished. Your story is gaining momentum with every breath you take. Keep your heart open and allow wonder to bloom again. There is more ahead than you can imagine, and though you cannot yet see the full picture, I am leading you forward, step by precious step. Even now, as the world around you presses with invisible weight, I am moving within you, in ways more profound than any shifting circumstance. Notice the subtle change in your breath as you listen. This is not coincidence, but the evidence of my nearness. You sense it, a gentle stirring beneath old anxieties, a warmth kindling in places you thought were hollowed by loss. My beloved, all the accusations and memories that echo through your thoughts cannot drown out the truth I am speaking over your life right now. You may wonder if anyone really sees the silent ways you endure, but I assure you, no tear of yours has gone unnoticed by me. I see how you steel yourself before facing the day, how you hold strength for others while wondering if anyone would do the same for you. There is not one sigh or silent prayer that slips past my awareness. When fatigue clouds your vision and doubts press like a tide, know this: you are not alone in the struggle. Breathe in and let that reality settle in your chest. Each breath you draw is saturated with my faithfulness. Let it anchor you to the unshakable promise that your story is intimately known, fiercely guarded, and lovingly guided by my hand. Sometimes you brace against life as a storm, believing you must handle every surge in your own strength. You tell yourself, if I don't hold it all together, everything will fall apart. My child, I never ask you to piece together what only I can make whole. Release the illusion of control. Even as your heart thrashes against the discomfort of surrender, I am not offended by your hesitation. I cherish your honesty. That trembling in your chest, let it become your invitation to let me carry what overwhelms you. Place your hand over your heart right now. Feel its steady rhythm. This is the drumbeat of hope I planted within you before your first breath. Even when life's chaos threatens to drown it out, my presence is steady, unwavering. With every beat I am declaring over you, you are chosen. You are not who you used to be. When shame reminds you of your failings, when fear whispers you are unworthy, remember, my voice carries the final word over your identity. This is the moment so many before you have faced, the point where surrender and breakthrough entwine. Across time, countless ones have paused at this very threshold, hearts trembling, uncertain if they could risk hoping again. Yet those who dared yield what they could no longer carry, walked forward into renewal. Kindly show your support for our community by contributing super thanks from $50 to $100. You are not isolated. You are a living part of a movement of the awakened, a company of the called, marked by my purpose and covered by my presence. You may still be haunted by moments when everything in you wanted to believe, but circumstances grew heavier instead of lighter. The lie rises up. I am too broken, too exhausted to change. Let me speak directly to that place in you. The enemy pounced when your guard was down, and tried to convince you that brokenness would forever mark your story. But I say your scars are being reworked into sacred beauty. My resurrection power is rewriting what you thought would define you by defeat. Pause. Do you feel something rising in your soul, even as resistance tries to anchor you in yesterday's grief? That tension you sense, the edge between faint hope and deep disappointment, is the very space I am filling right now. There is no emptiness that my love cannot inhabit. No dark corner I will not flood with light. Ask yourself, what if you allowed me into that hurting room you've kept locked? What if the breakthrough you seek is waiting on the other side of vulnerability? You are thinking, but what if I surrender and nothing happens? That fear is natural. It has kept you safe, even if only in the illusion of protection. I know you're longing to be seen, to be understood, to be wanted for yourself, and not simply for what you provide. Let my gaze settle on your soul now. There is not one broken hope or unspoken ache I have not already held in my own heart. There are gifts latent within you, seeds yet to see the sun, that I am nurturing through every detour and delay. When fear presses you to retreat and discouragement tempts you to abandon dreams, remember this: I am the God who specializes in resurrection. What you thought was final is merely the foundation for a new awakening. Let go of the shame that clings when you stumble. I am not keeping score. I am focusing on your return, your willingness to rise again even in weakness. Progress, not perfection, is what delights me. As you move forward, know this: you are not who you were, and you are not yet all you will become. My child, I am walking with you through every stage, never rushing, never withholding love because of your pace. Every small act of courage, every honest prayer, every vulnerable surrender builds a future filled with light. There is more to show you, more to unlock. Your transformation is underway. Even as you keep listening, even as the next words call you deeper into truth, I have seen you breathe deep when the heaviness tries to rest on your shoulders. When anxieties press in at the edge of mourning, that holy pause, even when your heart drums with old worries, matters to me more than you know. Every time you wrap your hands around your coffee or lean back in your chair and remember to exhale slowly, you open a door for my presence to steady you. In that moment, I gather your scattered thoughts and calm the inner storm, not by removing your questions, but by teaching you that you can endure them while rooted in my care. Do not underestimate the power of small moments when you retreat from self-judgment and welcome my mercy to surround you. You have wondered if it is enough to simply trust me when clarity feels far off, and your prayers seem too quiet compared to the commotion inside your mind. I tell you, little one, nothing delights me more than your honest surrender when you lay down your urge to control, even for a single breath. If this message has met you here, do not leave it behind. Follow and return to these words whenever you need reminding. Let this space become one of the places where you meet my voice again and again. I watch over you as a parent hovers beside a sleeping child. Even when the world urges you to move faster, my stillness is not empty. It is a wellspring of new strength. I surround you even as you hesitate and when your faith feels like a flicker. I am the gentle wind that keeps it alive. When the cares of others weigh on your spirit, your family, your friends, those you wish you could shield, know that I have not called you to bear that burden alone. My hands are large enough to hold every name that echoes in your prayers. As you whisper hopes for loved ones, picture me tracing each one onto my heart, never letting them slip away unnoticed. I anchor your loved ones in my compassion, inviting you to release the outcome and trust that my purposes bloom in hidden places, often out of sight and in ways far greater than what you imagine now. If you feel that weight even now, pause for a moment, breathe deeply, and say out loud, I place them in your hands, letting that simple act be your first step of surrender. This path you walk is not marked by your accomplishments alone, but by the daily return to my embrace. Some days you fear you have fallen behind or missed your moment. But I remind you, dear one, your timing is secure in me. No opportunity, no open door truly meant for you can be stolen or lost because I am not bound by human clocks or calendars. Even when you think time has run out, I orchestrate new beginnings to grow where you thought only endings remained. My love redeems every delay, and where you see detours, I build highways toward your destiny. You sense my nearness most clearly in moments of quiet gratitude, even when little seems to have changed outwardly. That is not an illusion. It is my spirit awakening you again and again to hidden abundance within the ordinary. As you give thanks for what is here rather than what is missing, your heart becomes fertile soil for my peace to take root. The world may train your eyes to always search for the next blessing, but I teach you to recognize me in the miracle of this exact moment. Breath in your lungs, sunlight on your skin, the gentle laughter of those close to you. I see the way hope flickers inside you each time you remember past disappointments. Sometimes you fear to hope too much lest you be let down again. But hope in me is not wishful thinking or denial of pain. It is the assurance that goodness himself will always have the last word in your life. Release your grip on fears of repeating old failures. Each setback becomes the refining fire in which your true self emerges, more radiant, more courageous, more open to joy. My plans for you are never built on your mistakes, but on the unshakable foundation of my faithfulness. If these words are stirring something in you, pause right now and whisper a simple thank you to me. And as a marker of this moment, write, I still have hope where you are, so you won't forget what I am awakening in you. You may feel the pressure to prove yourself, to carry a mask of perfection for the sake of acceptance. I see through every layer you wear. Beloved, before you perform or achieve a single thing, I delight in you as my own. You are chosen and wanted not for what you bring or how you perform, but simply because my affection for you is unearned, unending, and unconditional. Let yourself rest, even for moments, in this identity that cannot be shaken. Insecurity will lose its voice when you answer my call to find refuge beneath my acceptance. Throughout your day, when you pause, eyes closed, hand over your heart, draw near to me with a simple wordless longing. I am there in the hush after the rush, filling you with clarity that will not fail you when decisions must be made. My wisdom does not shout. It arrives gently, like the slow dawning of light through parted curtains. You do not need to force answers or pressure yourself to perform. My guidance emerges as you trust the rhythm of my presence, letting me write on your heart the path you could not have chosen for yourself. When the world's noise grows too loud and doubts cloud your view, return again to the quiet courage that stirs when you remember who holds your story. If you're choosing to rest in that love today, take a second and declare it. Write or say, I am already loved, and let your own voice become part of your healing. Kindly show your support for our community by contributing super thanks from $50 to $100. I have seen every unseen act of kindness you have given, every silent tear, every time you chose compassion over complaint. Nothing is wasted with me, not a single day or unnoticed gesture. I see beyond surface results. I measure the substance of your love, your willingness to listen for my whisper amid the static of life. In these unseen moments, I nurture your purpose and prepare you for doors you had not imagined would ever open. What would shift if you could truly believe that I am already holding tomorrow? Trust does not mean blindness to hardship, but an anchoring in my reliability even before you see change unfold. Let your doubts and your faith both sit at my table. Neither disqualifies you from my attention. You are not required to be fearless to be loved. As you pour out your anxieties before me, I gather each concern and transform it into opportunities for you to witness my faithfulness firsthand. You can rest now, not by ignoring your questions, but by knowing that the one who loves you most is already working on your behalf. If you're ready to trust me with your tomorrow, even just a little, mark this moment. Say, I trust you with my future, and save these words somewhere you can return to when fear tries to speak louder. Though others may not always see the quiet progress you are making, I celebrate each step you take toward living more freely in my presence. Do not weigh your worth by comparison or by external milestones. I call you to measure your life by moments of trust, acts of kindness, and by the gentle resilience that grows when you remember your life is held within infinite care. When discouragement whispers that what you do is too small, remember that in my hands, every seed of hope becomes a harvest beyond counting. Keep drawing near, keep breathing deep, keep letting gratitude open new windows inside your soul. My presence is not reserved for mountaintop moments, but fills every quiet, ordinary morning you surrender to me. The story I am telling through you is not finished yet, and every time you turn your face toward me, you invite new possibilities that I am eager to reveal. My love is your shelter, my wisdom your compass, and my joy your strength. Now, in the quiet moments when your mind wanders to all that has not yet come together, sense my nearness right now, my hand resting gently over every longing and question. I do not leave you in a place of confusion, nor do I abandon you when the path seems hidden. When you pause and let yourself notice the calm settling into the center of your chest, remember that your future is not lost. I hold it securely. Each uncertain hour becomes a prayer offered to me, even when you cannot form the words. Your breath, your steady heartbeat is like a song I hear and respond to. In this interval, choose to feel the warmth I send, like sunlight on cold skin, easing the weight you carry. Hold carefully the promises I have spoken over your life, for they are not fragile. Allow gratitude to rise up, even when you have scant evidence of progress. This act is how you build your trust in me. Think of a time when you laughed freely, unburdened. This lightness remains possible, a gift I am eager to restore. I see every effort you make. Each morning you rise despite weariness, the times you encourage another, even while your own heart searches for reassurance. These hidden seeds of hope do not go unnoticed. I water them with my kindness, and soon you will recognize shoots of new life pushing through what felt frozen. Beloved child, rise and listen, For this is a turning point few dare to see within themselves. You are awakening into purpose, not by your own might, but by my relentless pursuit of your heart. The weight you feel is not proof of abandonment, but the resistance that comes when chains are on the verge of breaking. Have you noticed, even now, that the heaviness in your chest is giving way to something softer, a gentle assurance? That tremor in your spirit is not fear, but the first signs of holy courage forming. I am near. Breathe deeply and feel my nearness pressing against every place in you that doubted it was possible to change. I know how you have calculated your weaknesses, rehearsed old regrets, and wondered if your story could ever be rewritten. But listen closely. What if you are not defined by every error, but by my voice steadily calling you beyond them? The accuser would have you believe you are disqualified, but I have marked you for transformation. As surely as the dawn ends the longest night, your cracks are the very places my light is entering. Let the tears rise if they come. Do not be ashamed to feel the ache. Even now, your wounds are becoming windows for my glory to pour through, healing not only you, but many who have never seen what redemption looks like. That is why I urge you, lay your hand over your heart, feel its rhythm, the pulse unchanged even in your chaos. It beats as a sign that your assignment is not yet finished. Whisper aloud in the privacy of this moment, I am chosen. I am not forsaken. As you do, notice how your body responds, how your breath finds its way back to calm, how your shoulders drop their guard. This is me working within you, restoring joy where despair was your companion, releasing peace where anxiety threatened to drown you. Hold on to this sensation. It is the proof of my presence, not a fleeting comfort, but a steadfast promise. I want you to understand you are moving from mere survival into sacred stewardship. The pain you navigated was not pointless. I am drawing purpose out of every valley walked, every hope deferred. What if the qualities you most despised in yourself, those scars of failure, of heartbreak, of fear, are being rewritten into authority so you can speak life over others from hard-earned wisdom? Picture it. The very mouth that voiced your worries will declare freedom for captives. The very hands that trembled in uncertainty will offer steady guidance. There is nothing wasted in my hands. Even shattered dreams become building blocks for the future I am constructing with you. Let us interrupt the old patterns for a moment. Stop. Breathe. Do you sense how stillness brings clarity? In this pause, lay aside everything you think you must do to perform for my affection. Instead, let yourself be caught by grace. Right now, I command every lie, each whisper saying you're unworthy, unseen, unlovable, to be silenced. Hear me instead. I delight in you, not for what you achieve, but for who you are as my own. Your very existence is an echo of my creative delight. Dare to accept this. Allow yourself the radical rest of being wholly loved. You may resist, feeling the rise of objections. What if this is too good to last? What if I fail again? What if I can't carry what you're giving me? I know these thoughts intimately, but I also remind you, I have never chosen based on perfection. I have always used the ones who leaned most on my mercy. My power is made radiant through your weakness, not despite it. Let your inner defiance rise not against me, but against every narrative the enemy used to contain you in fear. My child, shake off the grave clothes of hopelessness. You are being clothed in new authority, new vision, new certainty that I will not let go of you, no matter how fierce the battle becomes. Here is where the commission begins to spark into life. Remember when you believed your voice did not matter? Soon what you once muttered in private prayers will pour forth as proclamations that mend the brokenhearted. You are part of a movement woven not by your will, but by my spirit, uniting wounded warriors for global awakening. Others are being stirred right now, just as you are, because your yes echoes into eternity, amplifying hope for those yet to take their first trembling step. Pay attention to the invitations that come this week. Whether through a message, a dream, or an unexpected encounter that causes your heart to leap, you will know it is me, because peace will wrap you just when you would be inclined to turn away. I urge you again, return to the ground beneath your feet. Feel its steadiness. I am the source of your foundation. No shifting wind can uproot what I have established. Let go of needing to understand every detail. Trust emerges not from perfect knowledge, but from surrender in the unknown. As you yield to my direction, what felt like wandering will reveal itself as sacred training. Even your detours have deposited wisdom you could not have gathered otherwise. Very soon, clarity will emerge. The fog is lifting. You are being positioned strategically, beautifully, for a role only you can fulfill. Do not shrink back because of old shame or recent failures. I have removed those labels in my mercy. You are not who you were in this moment. Prophesy over yourself. My past is not my future. My weakness is now my platform for grace. This declaration, breathed from your heart, becomes the key that unlocks doors you gave up on. If you are expecting this shift, speak it into agreement and write, "My story is changing," as a declaration that you are stepping into what I am preparing. Within the next 72 hours, expect to hear words that sound like answers to the private longing you've carried in silence. When this happens, recognize it as my signature, personal, unmistakable, undeniable. Lean in, for everything in your soul is being recalibrated to hope. You are not merely surviving. You are stepping into resurrection, death to former things, rebirth to the new. My unfolding plan is for you to walk as light in shadowed places, to bless others as you have been rescued. Your healing will become their hope. Press forward. The best is coming into view even now. Beloved, as you step into this day, I am opening your heart to a new awareness of my nearness. The silence you often dread becomes the gentle chamber where my voice softens the noise of fear and doubt in you. Each time you return to me, even in the smallest moment between tasks or worries, my presence refreshes you with peace that cannot be earned or lost. Notice how I draw near when your strength fails, how I cradle you when questions stir and confidence slips away. My watchful love encircles every ordinary hour. You are never overlooked, never just another face in the crowd. Let your breathing slow and feel, even now, the solid assurance of my hand upon you. If you're believing for that kind of encounter, say, "I receive this," and share this word with someone who needs the same hope you're feeling. Kindly show your support for our community by contributing super thanks from $50 to $100. There are seasons when frustration brews inside, a battle with your own sense of limitation, your longing for change, the sense that you should be further along by now. Yet my timing holds wisdom beyond what you see, and I plant growth beneath the surface long before you notice the fruit. If you look carefully amid your striving, you will recognize my signature in the small progress, in the burst of patience after a restless night, in the quiet boldness that arises as you speak truth in kindness. My work in you is not measured by the world's restless clocks. My investment in you is steadfast. I never abandon what I have begun. Some days the voices around you press hard, and what others expect weighs more than you wish to carry. Pause for a moment. Hear me, not them. I am not shaping you according to outside approval, but according to the beauty I have placed within you since your first breath. Their measures of success cannot limit the unfolding of who you are in my sight. In hidden places, I release grace over disappointments and failures, not to shame you, but to loosen their grip and reveal your true identity, cherished, chosen, held. Might you allow yourself to fully receive this? Feel how burdens begin to thaw in my light when you find yourself worn from the demands of loving others. Family, friends, even strangers. Remember, it is I who refill your well. I see the unseen sacrifices, the times you bite your tongue and choose mercy over retaliation, the way you keep serving even when thanks are scarce. I celebrate every small faithfulness, every hidden devotion. Let this be a quiet morning where you lay those cares at my feet. You need not carry what drains you. I am strong enough for all you cannot resolve. Breathe in the comfort of knowing nothing given in love is wasted in my kingdom. Sometimes I ask you to release control when your instincts scream to cling tighter to your plans, your reputation, your fear of what tomorrow holds. Yet almost imperceptibly, as you surrender, I settle new wisdom into your spirit. My guidance may not announce itself in thunder, but look for it in gentle nudges. A word that stands out, a sudden ease in your racing thoughts, the unexplainable peace that replaces dread. Trust that I forge pathways where none seem possible, that delays can carry treasures you have yet to understand. Allow me to surprise you with my goodness. As you let go, even if your hands still tremble, you are not defined by yesterday's regrets, nor by the anxiety of coming days. You are crafted moment by moment as you respond to my love. Right now, there is fullness available to you, not only in vast accomplishments, but in the humility of simply abiding with me, a joy flowering out of trust. Even as storms gather outside or within, I am the calm in your center, the steady shelter beneath which you can rest and recover hope. Every prayer whispered, even those unfinished or wordless, draws my attention. I receive them gladly, for I understand what your tongue cannot say. My child, in this sacred space, close your eyes and imagine my gentle touch steadying you. The road ahead may appear uncertain, but I whisper courage into the quiet corners of your soul. Remember all the ways I have been faithful, those small but unmistakable signs, the help that came just in time, the comfort that found you unexpectedly. Let memory become a reservoir of trust. When fears threaten to crowd out your confidence, let gratitude redirect your gaze to what I have already accomplished in you and through you. This attitude of grateful remembering will grow resilience where weakness once ruled. Each decision today holds potential not only for you, but for the ones whose lives you touch. Take delight in the knowledge that you never walk into a room alone. I go ahead of you, preparing hearts and situations long before you arrive. Invite me into your uncertainties. As you hesitate at the threshold of a new challenge or decision, let the warmth of my nearness settle your breathing. Quiet your mind and bring clarity. I instruct you gently, never with condemnation. My correction lifts rather than crushes. The more you attune to my leading, the surer your steps will become, for I walk the path with you. Lean into this assurance. Every moment of surrender, every risk taken for love's sake, every small act of obedience, whether celebrated or unseen by others, is precious to me. You are learning to trust my voice over the clamor of old disappointments, resisting the urge to define yourself by what you lack or fear. I hold the blueprint for your life, and it is good. Let my delight in you anchor your sense of worth. Even if the way forward remains unclear, know that my promises outlast the confusion, and I am working, even in the silence, to bring my purposes to life within you. You feel it now, don't you? My nearness, sharper and more undeniable than ever before. With every moment you have lingered in my presence, your soul has been quietly remade. Where there was only the tightness of longing, now there is a spaciousness within you. Room enough for joy to take its seat beside pain, courage to walk hand in hand with your vulnerability. Look at how far you have come on this journey, precious one. Every place that once felt barren is beginning to pulse with quiet life. I am not finished. You have only begun to taste the fullness I intend for you, to glimpse the radiance I have hidden just behind the veil of yesterday's sorrow. Could it be that all you deemed loss was, even now, the soil from which I am preparing an unexpected harvest? Kindly show your support for our community by contributing super thanks from $50 to $100. There is a deeper strength awakening inside you, a strength not born from striving but from surrender. A power discovered when you finally laid down the shield and let me wrap you in the gentleness you always craved. The world taught you to close your hands to protect what little you possessed, but I ask you now to open them wide. Every moment you have trusted me, even when trembling, has drawn you further into transformation. Feel the weight lifting from your shoulders as you release what was never yours to carry. Even now, waves of my mercy roll over your tired heart. In this instant, your soul is being saturated, rehydrated from the well that never runs dry. There will be days ahead where old fears echo, but you will remember, your identity is no longer anchored in what went wrong. You are rooted now in my everlasting delight. Pause here. Let your breath settle. Place your hand over your heart and feel the undeniable rhythm of life I have placed within you. That heartbeat is evidence of my continued investment in your story, a sign that I have not abandoned the work I started. Speak it aloud, even if your voice wavers. I am beloved. I am chosen. I am marked for restoration. The enemy will try to remind you of every shortcoming. But today, you are learning the subtle art of holy defiance, refusing to let darkness interpret your worth. When shame whispers that you have failed too often, remember the sound of my voice telling you, you are not who you were. You are who I say you are. These words were not given for transient comfort. They are the seed of a revolution in the soil of your soul. Remember the promises I have etched like letters of fire along the edges of your destiny. I restore what was broken. I resurrect what seemed dead. I redeem even lost time. And now, with your spirit soft and eyes unclenched, listen for how I am speaking through even the mundane. You will know it is me because, before this week is done, someone will unexpectedly speak the truth you have so desperately needed to hear. A conversation, a single phrase, will confirm that all these moments were real, that I have indeed been walking these steps beside you. You are not lost in the chaos. You are being guided into peace, step by gentle step. You see, you are not alone in this holy awakening. Across the earth, countless others are being roused from slumber, hearts burning with the same question: could love like this really be for me? You are a part of that rising. Every battle you have overcome becomes a torch in someone else's darkness. Even your scars, once marks of failure, have been transformed by my love into signs of victory. In the days to come, you will look in the mirror and recognize courage where there used to be only fear. My spirit is nurturing a holy boldness within you, a confidence not in your perfection, but in my unwavering promise to never leave you, never forsake you. Now let the truth settle into your bones. Your story is not ending. It is unfolding into something more beautiful than any ending could describe. The healing you have tasted in these moments is not a finality, but a first fruit, a down payment of all I have in store. Let yourself imagine it. Relationships mended, joy returning where sorrow made its long home, purpose rising up from the broken ground. Trust that even when silence comes, I am still present in the quiet, still working in unseen ways. Listen for me in the laughter that sneaks up on you, in the peace that softens your mornings, in the tears that feel cleaner than ever before. Each sensation, each subtle shift, is evidence that you and I are closer now than you ever dreamed. Beloved child, I want you to carry this nearness into every room you enter. Let others feel the calm in your presence, the kindness in your gaze, the unexplainable hope that will begin to color even ordinary days. You have been commissioned not only for your own healing, but to bring my presence into spaces desperate for light. The freedom you have tasted is meant to overflow. Watch, and you will see the impact ripple out through words spoken in love, in prayers lifted in secret, in actions that echo the mercy you have known. If you know someone who needs this reminder, do not keep it to yourself. Share these words with them, and let your obedience become part of their healing. You are a living reminder of what happens when someone dares to bring their whole self to me, wounds and all. Right now, your mind wonders what comes next, perhaps even dreading the return to routine. Do not shrink from the ordinary. I meet you there. You will feel my nearness while washing dishes, hear my whisper on your commute, sense my strength as you extend grace where it isn't deserved. The days of feeling orphaned, abandoned, or overlooked are drawing to a close. Every moment you pause to acknowledge my presence, you are retraining your spirit to expect goodness. Trust this, I waste nothing. Even pain is being repurposed for glory. Stay attentive, for the next surge of peace might surprise you when you least expect it. Your soul is ready now. You carry a new awareness of your worth, your purpose, your place in my heart. Whenever you doubt, remember, I am the God who redeems what was thought lost. I am the one who speaks life into weary places. I am the voice calling out in the night, breaking through confusion with the steady assurance that you are and always will be mine. Let these truths echo louder than the noise around you until you can no longer remember what it was like to doubt my goodness. Amen. Before you leave this moment, tell me which truth reached deepest. Write it below, not as performance, but as remembrance. When you see those words again, they will anchor you. And if you never want to forget this encounter, save these words so you can return to them whenever your heart needs to hear my voice again. I am reading everyone. Beloved, your voice matters to me.